Michelle. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Diana?
Good. Weather's good. How's the weather where you are?
It's been really nice. The last couple of days have been lovely. And I had a
Mm.
wonderful day out yesterday with my friend Paula. We spent the whole day at a National Trust. And today's
Mm,
been lovely too, which is quite a nice surprise for the time of year. So good. What about you?
good. Yeah, good. I got to go to the beach last night after work. It was a late work day night, and it was completely immersed in overcast fog, but it
Oh,
wasn't cold, but it was a little cool. So it was very strange, but it was very like, ooh, like but maybe we're not supposed to be out right now. And I had the
spooky.
Yes, it was a little spooky. And I had the biggest haul of shells that I've had in a long time. Nothing like special ones. And I picked up two broken sand dollars. I was like, well, they're two half broken sand dollars, so they didn't quite make a hole. But I thought, I don't know. There was just something about them that was like, oh, don't lay here. Come
Mm.
home with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
So what is our
Yeah.
challenge today?
Okay, so the challenge today is to use salt. Here's mine. Healthy
Oh,
low salt. Not that that matters for what we're using it for. Um,
look at your salt and look at my
and
salt.
to
I
be
got a
honest,
little what
oh,
happened?
you've got a little sachet. I mean, I've used this for years and years and years. I guess my question really was, have you used salt in your work before or not?
I have used salt before in my work. I want to say it's been a few years since I used it. I think there was a time where I used it a lot. It's like, oh, this is so cool. And then I forgot about it. And so I'm glad that we're going to dive back into it. What about you? Yeah, I've seen it on your recent videos, I think. No.
I think I have on a recent video, not not something I've used much like you for a long while. I did use it a lot when I was following Jane Betteridge.
Mm.
She uses salt in her work quite a lot, but yeah, then I digressed and it's only recently that I've started using it again. And so I confess it was my suggestion to use salt today, wasn't it, Diana?
That's totally fine. I was very agreeable. We're good. We're good. Shall we take a look at our materials for today?
Okay, I'll change my camera.
Besides the salt. Uh, and I've got a basket today.
Whoa, what have you got there?
Well, the reason that it's like this is because of all the Tober challenges. You know, your October prompt challenge I'm following on your Patreon, and then a Crixus I'm following hers, a couple of Peach Tobers, and then Chris Piasek, the digital artist that I follow. And so I thought the only way this is going to work is if I can just pick the basket up all the time. And I confess I've
Mm,
even done a few in bed at night, but it saw. So
well, why not?
I pick
Why
it up
not?
and then I can just drop it off on the side of the bed when it's time to go to sleep. And so, yes, it looks like a hodgepodge. It is curated, I should say. It is a curated collection, but I thought I will just
Mm,
continue on with what I'm using with the addition of the salt packet.
okay. Well,
How about
that's
yourself?
sensible. I think that's sensible because many of us are doing various Inktober type challenges, aren't we, this month? So
Yes,
it can get a bit hectic. So to keep
it
those
can.
materials out ready, I think is quite sensible. Well done, you. Yes. I have got my Michael Harding paints out.
Mm.
I haven't got a huge amount out. I might add to it, but I've got a few pencils and I've also got a Derwent blender pen just in
Oh, I've never
case.
tried one of those.
Then I've got some funny materials. I've got
Look at that.
this, which might
Mm.
make some marks. I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
I've got a, what do they call these? Palette knife.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know why, but anyway, we'll see. And then I've got this funny brush that's got a huge
What?
big belly
Bring that up
and then
closer.
a small, okay, let's see if it'll do it. Can you see it now?
What on earth? I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's there are other versions, but this is the Matthew Palmer branch and detail brush. So it acts like a rigger, but because you've
Ah,
got this big belly of
right.
brush there, it means that unlike a rigger where you have to keep dipping it in your paint because there's not very much
Oh, it won't hold very
bristles,
much, right?
it won't hold very much. So this means that it holds quite a lot, but you still get the same effect as a rigger. I
I'm so
know.
astounded. I've never seen one
Oh,
before. You
there we
have to
go. So I've got
promise
that.
that when you
So
use
that
it
I
today.
thought
Oh,
I
sorry.
would show you just, that's what a normal rigger would kind of look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and the only other thing I've got that's a bit unusual is this,
Mm-hmm. Mm, yes.
which jelly art.
Lots of
Yeah. I
mark
don't
making
know.
tools.
With the salt and the I thought maybe I'll try and make a few patterns, possibly. We'll
Wow,
see.
yes, you have a lot of neat tools. You'll have to promise when you use the fancy brush, you let me know so I can watch,
Oh,
make
okay,
sure
I
I
will.
look up because I want
All
to
right
see
then.
that in action. All
Mm,
right. So we're going to do the usual 10, 10, and 15 with our three
okay.
references.
Of
And
course, we will need to let the salt dry.
do
So
you
I
want to
think
use your dryer?
we'll have to do all three and
Okay.
then show what we've done, I think, Diana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that it gives the salt time to dry. And we might have to quickly do a heat
Oh,
gun dry
dryer.
if necessary, because otherwise you can't get rid of the salt while it's still wet. It won't have
No.
done anything.
Right. So if we, yeah, you're saying so when we do the first one, we put salt on it, we just leave the salt and go on to the second and then the third and leave
Yeah.
hit it with the dryer at the end of the third and then we will take the salt off.
I mean, we could just, and I'm sure everyone will understand us trying to organize this while they're watching. I mean, we can just pause,
Yes, we can.
yeah, and while we dry everything so that we can then share our outcomes. Yeah.
Okay. And if I forget to pause, just say, Diana, we should pause now and I'll pause.
All right. I'll be the prompt. Okay.
There you go. Okay.
So what picture have we got to start
All
with
right.
then?
So
Anna,
this
what
is
have
the
we got here?
first. Oops, let me hold on. Let's just pause.
Mm,
Okay, so here is our first picture.
oh, okay, that's good.
Okay,
Portrait. I'll do it over here then.
yes. Do you want to see all the pictures or you're good with starting with this one?
No, it's fine. We can, and I
Okay,
can always just turn this round, and then I've got another one here ready for my third one. So we're good. We're good. I'll
okay.
just pop there.
Let me let us start the timer again. There we go. Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
All right.
Let's see how we go.
Gosh, we've got this funny little building there, haven't we?
It is very funny
It's quite,
looking.
I think it's like a dome, isn't it? Like
Mm-hmm.
a kind of a, I might just mark where that's going to go. And then some kind of buildings alongside it. But the rest is really all the greenery
Yes,
and the sky. Yeah.
the out of focus greenery.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, where should we start?
Which makes it interesting.
I
You can
think,
almost picture the person like kind of hiding behind the greenery of the bushes taking this picture. It's as if they're
you
taking it
can.
secretly.
They must have been at quite an angle there, I think.
Hmm. Okay, just get myself sort of idea. All right. That is good enough. All right, here we go.
Mm. I'm just grabbing lots of different greens.
Might as well. Mm,
Salt. Let's get that down.
let's not forget about the star of the show, the salt. Oh, look at you. There, go for it. All right, that did not help. Okay, let's try
Okay.
this.
Now let's get some sky in.
How are you coming along with the challenges or your challenge?
Yes.
How are you?
Mine aren't too pressured because they are only sort of every third day. So I'm
Yes.
not feeling hugely pressured with it. Um, I'm just hoping that what I'm doing on the concertina sketchbook,
Mm-hmm.
um, is going to pull together in the end. We'll
Oh, I'm
see.
sure
I
it's
mean,
going to be lovely in
it's an
the end.
experiment, is basically
Yes.
what it is. So yeah, we can only kind of wait and see, really.
Yeah, I had fun making my own little watercolor concertina. And so let's see how it turns out. So far, it's enjoyable, but you know how it is when you start challenges. Oh, you get ready and you're excited and you're posting about it. And then, so hopefully the momentum will keep up through the challenge.
Yeah. And aren't you doing several challenges? So you're having to
Yes.
kind of try and piece them together a little bit?
Yes. So I'm doing Crixus and then Angie's challenge, which is
Oh, yes.
Aloria's art, and yours on Patreon, and then Chris Piasek, which is more graphic and digital. But I'm enjoying the
Oh,
bouncing
wow.
back and forth between them.
You've got so many.
Well, I like combining them. Like the last one you for yours, it was golden and it was s'more, and then from Crixus it was nightingale. So I combined them all into one illustration, and I was happy with it. I was like, oh, this is how people do it.
Mm,
It wasn't too bad. Okay, let's put some salt. We are just not paying attention.
gosh, this is all running because I'm not waiting for it to dry. We will see what happens. I may have to do a bit of defining in a moment.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, I'll try. Oh, this isn't really a salt packet, it's a silica packet. I don't think that's gonna do the same thing.
Not liking that. Okay, so anyone that's watching, when there's something that you don't like, as long as the paints aren't hugely staining, then
Mhm.
you can just get a tissue and
Mhm.
blot it out, basically, which is
What?
exactly what I've just done.
Blot the offending color out of there.
Right. I'm going to be drying. So you keep talking and telling us what are you
Okay.
Oh, you've got a little sponge.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
tell us
just
what you're using.
this is a loofah sponge. And so it fell apart. So I just tore a piece off to use. Mainly, I have it now in all my little kits to remove part of the sky or clouds. Um, I was telling Michelle last week when we were painting together that as a watercolorist, if I can call myself that, I rely on removing, like putting down a lot of paint and then removing it up with the brush. And I don't know why I started doing it. It was a habit at some point, and then I just kept doing it. So if you watch any of my videos, you notice I always put down and pick up, put down and pick up. Is it because I'm non-committal to the watercolor? I don't
Mm.
know.
Right, I think I'm going to grab some pencils then next, because I think that might be easier for this little building.
Okay, I think I am going to have to dry also
Oh, okay. I'll
for a
try and keep
second.
talking then while you do your drying. So, yeah, sometimes it's just easier for the finer details, or I find anyway, to use some pencils um, just define things a little bit. And especially when you're like me, a little bit impatient and can't wait for things to dry.
Mhm.
So that's when I tend to end up using pencils. Or if it's really fiddly, I think it's okay to then use some pencils. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I'm going to use some pencils anyway, just
Right.
to add some more texture. Mm. How we're doing? Oh, 1 minute 4. Okay. Well, maybe I can use my special tool, Diana.
Oh, here we go. I'm watching. All eyes.
Special tool. So I'm going to use some Perylene green with it. So I've
Okay.
got it loaded up, and I'm going to get some grasses going on in the front here.
Mm. Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go. Look.
Behaving just like a rigger.
Yeah. And that is all it is, really. It's just like
So
a
the
rigger, but
point is that the rest of the brush holds the paint in it for so
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
holds
I'm
paint for
using it
you.
quite quickly. So, but you can just use it very, very finely. You see?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But at the moment, I'm just making these marks to get something going on in the foreground there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, I have nothing going on there in the foreground.
And I might even, I want to do something there. No, I think that will spoil it. Let's go back to my, I just want that to go up and over a bit more. There we go. Mm, right.
Oh, nice.
I'll leave mine for the minute. There's only
Yes.
13 seconds left, so and the salt has to dry anyway. But
No,
I've used one of
for
my
sure.
tools.
Oh yeah, the rigger, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 0. Okay.
Oh, yours is looking pretty. Mm.
This is not really salt. I don't know why I thought this was a salt packet. So I may have to pause real quick and go run and
Oh,
grab
let's pause
salt. Let's
and
pause.
yeah.
This is this is the only salt I I had that's not the big grinder. And so this is
Oh, I
the
see.
only one that I have. So we're gonna use this.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, next picture.
Next picture. Which way round do I need to be? Where are we?
There we go.
Okay. I'm going to spin my page round now so
Ooh,
that I can do this one. Ooh, this is nice. Right, where's my pencil gone? Oh, there you are. There you are. Found it. Right, let's
okay.
get this building in.
Think
I
about
might put
this.
mine a bit further over to the right. Make it a bit more, less in the middle.
Mhm. Mm,
Let's get it
okay.
in there. roughly.
Oh, that's kind of dark.
Okay, we've got that little building in there now, and then I can paint around it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, right. Let's go for some sky first.
Okay.
And then we can get these nice bushes in. Coming up around here. I need something a little bit different coloured over here. So we'll get you in there. And then what should we do here? We will get
I think allergy season has begun, and nobody gave me the memo except for this nice cough that just started. It's like, interesting.
oh no.
That's okay. Trip to the drugstore and get allergy medicine.
Right. I think now I'll try and using the, what did we call this?
Palette knife.
Palette knife. That's it. Right, let's see what happens, if anything.
Ah, very nice. Is this, yeah, dark.
Just to get some, oh yeah, that works. Okay, and maybe we'll even get a few
Mm.
lines in there. Don't forget the salt.
Oh, yeah. I better put some salt now.
All right, now where should I put my salt this time? Maybe I'll put it in these trees here. Well,
Oh,
actually, a little bit's gone somewhere else, but never mind.
the
What do I say on a
travel,
Friday? Let's just stay calm.
stay calm. Let's stay calm. I think I'll do this.
Make sure I'm not getting my head in the shot. No, I don't think I am.
Tiny bit, but not much.
Because we all know how good I am at doing that, don't we? Okay, we need a nice colour for that door, don't we?
Yeah.
What colour am I going to do that door? Oh, I've got this rose madder. That looks like
Ooh.
yeah, I think that looks like the right kind of colour. try and make it quite thick, and then maybe it won't run.
Mhm.
Of course, normally would probably not try and do everything all at once. Personally, I would be
No.
waiting for bits to dry before I moved on to the next bit,
Right,
etc.
that's where we would have another sketchbook or another
But
painting going that we're working on.
yeah, that's kind of not so possible in these challenges.
Oh, I heard you say on one of your videos that your painting friends would be happy to know that Michael Harding was available now at Blick, the Michael Harding
Yes.
paints. Yeah, and so as soon
Hmm.
as you said that, I looked it up, and sure enough, but think I had just gone to Blick the day before, and I was like, oh well, that will wait for another trip.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was just in case people wanted to know, really.
Yeah, I didn't know because I would have definitely been intrigued and maybe at least, bought one tube. So
Or one or two, yeah.
yeah, just for fun. All right, what
How are we doing? 3 minutes. So I've
do?
got a bit of time.
Let's
Okay,
see.
splat time. We'll
Uh-oh.
add some splats in here.
Ooh,
Why not?
you're pulling out all the stops today.
I am. Right. Now I need, it's not the color I need. I think I need more of a grey. I've pulled out Payne's grey. That will do. Let me get this little window in.
Moving my salt. Hmm.
Hmm. See if we can get a little bit of an idea of bricks. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Working quickly as ever.
Mm.
Hmm. Let's go with you. Let's try and okay.
Hmm.
I think that is not looking so great. Let's go with the pencil. Oh, 44 seconds.
No, no. Mm-mm.
I'm not liking what I did in the corner there, but never mind. Oh, this is how we
Oh,
learn, isn't it? This is how we learn.
yes. This is how we learn. Okay.
Mm, right, let me get my next one in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oops, that got a mess. That's okay. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oop, my mouse decided to go away.
Technology, a wonderful
I
thing.
know. Well, it's one of those things that it's great. Like your mouse can go from laptop to desktop to iPad, back and forth. But then when you lose the mouse, it's not so good. Okay, here we go.
No,
Last
I've had
one.
that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, look at that little yellow house in the middle of those
Yes.
mountains.
Have to get the
Yeah.
yellow house first. Okay, let's see. It's more
Hmm.
ochre than hello. It's going to be peach. I feel like we should have like new material alert, like when we use something new that we didn't talk about, or I pulled out a Molotow ink, acrylic ink pen.
Oh, right. I do have some, but
Yes.
I don't. I tried using them the other day, and I don't know. It just didn't. Maybe I just wasn't using it in the right way, but it didn't kind of do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. I haven't kind of decided to get rid of them or anything. Where's my yellows gone? There you are.
But
Right.
yeah, they're not in your current daily lineup of
I
materials to
just haven't
use.
found where to add them into my artwork, I suppose. Would
Mm-hmm.
that be the right way of putting it?
Yes. I've used them more when I want to smudge, like a little big area to lay down some color.
Oh,
So
smudge.
it's
Okay,
it's
yeah.
more when you want to, for me, it's more kind of when you want to make a little bit of a mess.
So I'm doing the house with my pencils because
Oh,
I'm figuring that's going to be a bit quicker.
I just hit it long. So while the trick Michelle shared with us, if you put down color and then you want to take it off, you can take it off quickly with a sponge. It does not work with acrylic ink.
It
Acrylic,
doesn't.
no,
No,
acrylic paint markers. It does not
sorry,
work
I
with
think
that.
that's probably more watercolor, yes.
Yeah, of course, yes, yeah, definitely. But sometimes you can get lucky if it's still nice and wet, but not today, which is okay. All right, let's just leave that alone and put a little roof on it. Oh, do this. Okay.
Mm, okay. Salt.
Okay. Ooh, look at yours.
Let's get some mountains in next.
Oh, yes, you debuted your gelatos the other day. So tell us,
Oh, yes,
Michelle,
has
what do
that
you
come
really
out?
think
What do I really think?
of your gelatos? Yes.
Yeah, I think probably more for kind of smudging, I suppose.
Yes, that's what I do with them. They are
But
definitely
interesting.
smudging.
And yeah, I think they will have a place.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
Let's get some of that green in those hills.
Hmm.
Blue sky. Let's get this blue sky in. Oh, look, there's some little white clouds. Oh, what does that mean? I need white, Diana.
Oh
Woo!
no. Da-da-da-da, da-da. Dr. Rescue.
Yes, I think it's going to be time.
Look at that smile when you realized, oh, this is a
Ah,
this is the time for a bleed-proof white. Send up the
oh,
Dr. Rescue signal.
oh, it is a favorite. It's one of those things that I really would struggle without, I think. Oh, 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 oh,
What
can you
happened?
see? Look, I'm using
Yeah,
this
okay.
and
Oh, scraping into it.
yeah, to get the little fence line.
Oh, I didn't
That's
even notice the fence. Oh, yeah.
that's working so well. Oh, there we go. Look. Ta-da!
Yeah. Oh, it looks just like a fence.
Yeah, if I bring that, you can see it's just
Oh,
taken the
it
paint.
looks perfect.
But that's worked, hasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right, what haven't I used yet? Oh, we haven't used this one. Should try and use this one next.
And maybe put
Mm,
some grooves in the mountains.
yes.
A nice,
So
yeah.
let's try and get some kind of grooves. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, look.
Yes, that's perfect. It's like you're an artist.
Oh, wow. Isn't this fun today?
That is
Mm.
pretty cool. That's very cool, actually.
I mean, I guess you could just use the corner of a credit card, that kind of thing, couldn't you?
Well, you
You don't
could.
have to,
But if
you
you
don't
did
have
want,
to.
so let's say you wanted some of those scratches to be a little bit loose, because you could hold the handle back on the palette,
Mm, mm.
which you,
Yeah,
well,
that's
the other
true.
one, the one you were using, the palette knife, which you couldn't do with a credit
Oh, the
card, I
palette
guess.
knife, which I
Yeah.
can't find now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. Should I try that down here to get some? Here we go, look. Here we go.
Yeah, you see? See how the marks are different when you're kind of
I'm
loose with it?
following your tutorial, Dana. Use the end to make it looser. Okay. Yes, miss. Here we go.
Wouldn't that be fun if you were painting and then you had somebody go, now use the palette knife, now do this, now looser, now tighter, like telling you
Yes.
what to do and then see how your picture turns out. That would be so
Oh my
fun.
gosh, that
We
would
should
be
do
quite
that for each
something.
other one day.
Yeah, we should.
See how fun that would
Oh,
be.
there we go. I'm even using the pencil in the bits that aren't even dry yet to get an effect.
Mm.
Mm, well,
We
I've
should
just
have
gone
called
for it
this
today.
the
Just gone
effect
for it.
challenge. Yeah, it
Ugh.
was an
But of
effect
course,
challenge.
Gesto resistance coming out.
There we go.
Bleed proof white. Here we
Bleed-proof white
come.
on set.
I need some little clouds in there. Okay. let's get some of these little white clouds.
Why not have yellow?
They're kind of hanging around the top of the mountain here.
Oh, that looks nice. That's a nice effect.
Mm.
Watch, Michelle. Watch the smudging. See the marker?
Go.
Yeah. Also
Oh, I
nice.
see.
It's kind of satisfying. It's running into the Inktense pencil now, but that's okay.
Mm. Wow. I found somewhere else for my white bleed-proof white, the little
Uh-oh.
house.
Oh, cute.
So let's get a white chimney on there. And let's get these bits in and make them a bit whiter.
Okay.
I've been doing all of that tiny work with this size 10
Escoda
Escoda
Perla.
Perla because it goes into such a point at the end. So if I was to only have one brush, that's the brush I would have because it's a size 10, so it's a
Hmm.
decent size, but
Right.
because it's got such a good point on it, it means that I can get really quite detailed with it as well. Oh,
Hold up your point to the camera and I'll hold up mine. Like this is a size 12, but it's just a Princeton snap. So hold up your point so we can see how pointy
where am I?
yours is. Yeah, just
Hold
come up
on.
a little
My
bit.
camera's going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yours does come to a look at that point compared to this brush.
Mm,
Yeah. And did that Escoda Perla, did you get it in a set or
yes.
individual? Because when I looked on Amazon after you said it in one of your videos, I only found it in a set of three.
Yes.
And
That's
the
exactly what I've got. It's a set of three. It's a 12, a 10, and an 8. And this is the 10, but this is the one that pulls apart.
it's a travel brush, yeah.
Yep.
Whereas the other ones in the set are not travel, correct?
No, they're not.
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. That helped.
Right, that green bit is not looking, needs something. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. Right. Let's give it a go.
Give it a go. I
Who
haven't
knows?
used any
I don't know
salt.
if this is going to do anything because I'm not sure how wet the paint is still, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's done something.
Mm,
Oh yes. Mm, good.
yeah, look at
Right.
all those marks kind of like just quickly added in the texture.
Mm, yeah, I'm quite liking that. Don't want to do anything else. Maybe I'll get my darker green. Maybe we can just bit hard to do over the salt, but
True.
just to distinguish that kind of line there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hmm, that's a bit better.
Mhm. Oh, 0.
Oh, here we go. Right. So are we going to pause a minute while we try and dry all the salt off? Is
Yes,
that all right?
yes, I will
Okay,
pause now.
good.
Okay, we have all of our salt
Okay.
off. Ah, and now it's time to, shall we take off the tape? You
Take
want to
off the
go
tape.
first?
Okay.
Or, yeah,
Um,
you go first. We'll
I'll
watch
do
yours.
the first one anyway.
Yes.
Although they're kind of stuck together a bit, I think.
Mhm.
Actually, that wasn't the first. Which was the first one?
Oh, the first was the tall one, the one you're doing right now.
Oh no, I've ripped it a bit, but anyway, because they're kind of all stuck together. We'll
Oh,
ignore
yeah,
that.
we'll ignore that.
Right, that's yeah.
Okay.
It all gets it all gets so sticky, doesn't it? In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll just take them all off.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that just regular like gift wrapping tape?
it's not the best, is all I'm going to say. But I keep thinking I have to get some more proper
Me
masking
too.
tape, but I just really haven't got round to it. So I'm going to move them out of the way. So this was the first one, wasn't it? This one
Hmm.
here. And you can see a little bit of, effect with the salt, especially more
Yep,
down
it's
here, I think.
subtle.
But it's quite subtle.
Yes.
Don't know whether that's because perhaps you need the paint to be not hugely wet, but not dry, kind of in between,
I think it has to be almost more wet.
because that was quite wet.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah. The second one that we did, I only put the salt up here.
Hmm.
So there is, and it
Yeah, it's
did
a very
go down
subtle
here a little bit.
texture.
It's
Yeah.
just subtle, but could it be the paper I'm using as well? Who knows?
Which paper are you using?
This is just cold pressed, but it's like a yeah, it's not a proper brand.
Yeah.
It's just GP practice paper is what I call it.
Hmm.
This is the one that I think came out the best because I
Yes, we have
think there's
several
a lot
marks.
more texture down the bottom here. But then I
Yes,
quite like what happened here.
definitely.
That was this.
Yes.
Was using that. And yeah, using the this one for those.
Hmm.
And then this funny looking thing
For the
to get those
mountain.
marks there. And of course, bleed proof white for the clouds.
For the beautiful cloud. On the
So
left-hand
I think
side,
out of all of mine, that one is my favorite that I did today. But yeah, the rest of them aren't too bad.
on
Right,
the left-hand side,
unveil yours.
on the left-hand side, the last picture, the tool almost makes it look like that hill is full of pine trees or full of trees.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes, when you look at it from back here. Okay, let's take the tape
Do
off. Let's see
reveal.
if we can do this
Da, da,
in
da, da. Oh, look at you. I've
one
struggled to get mine.
go. Ah, it broke. It's okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yes, I need more time or more strategy. So the first one is where I used the silica and thought it was salt, but what it actually did is it picked up the paint and kind of left some little dots. So that was
Well,
kind of
there you go.
funny.
It's yeah.
It's
And
funny.
they look like little seed heads or something, don't they?
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
blowing
So
in
I
the
think I
wind.
think that was quite a nice effect actually.
Yeah. So maybe I'll pull
Yeah.
out the rest of my silica packets. But same as yours, the salt kind of just does a little bit. Like you can barely
Mm,
see that there's some texture
yeah.
there and here,
Mm,
but I didn't get to use a lot. And this is hot pressed. It's on a block. And so I don't know, it just
mm.
didn't
So
get very
you
wet.
used hot pressed, I used cold pressed. I don't think either of us have had a huge effect with the salt. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
perhaps somebody that's watching can can advise us how you get a better effect with the salt.
Look, ladies, this is how you use the salt.
I love
And
that one.
so this one had more salt here, but it also
Mm,
had a, yeah, combo. But this is the one where I took out more materials. A
right.
Molotov, yeah, lots of materials, but not mark making materials. But that was fun. We will
I think they've
practice our
all
salt skills.
I
Yeah.
love all of yours and I love all the colors have come out really nicely. I think they're all really pretty.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, considering it was a salt challenge, I mean, we did use the salt, but I don't think either of us have had a huge effect
We are
with it,
not a
have we?
master of salt
No.
yet. That's okay.
Mm.
We can try
But
it again.
I had good fun with some other um
Yes, you
materials that I
did. You got
hadn't
to use,
used,
yeah.
that I hadn't used before. Gosh, lost it already. Yeah, I suppose these three really. And so yeah, it just goes to show, try and grab a few things and you never know. But
Yeah, you had really good results with those tools.
mm, this was
Impressive.
good fun. I
It
like it.
was good fun. So,
Mm,
okay, now we have to wait for what is next. Are we going to say
mm,
anything or does everyone have to stay tuned?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Leave your salt comments in the comments. Give Michelle and I some pointers. So thank you for
absolutely.
watching.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.